Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Unique Fatso, and today I'm going to discuss with you where to start. So this is one of the main questions I asked repeatedly at the beginning of my weight loss journey. Where do I start? I turned to sections in magazines and I would tear out pages from them. Slim down for the summer, lose 10 pounds in 7 days, get slim quickly, diet this and diet that, live like this and you won't get fat. Back then, I ripped out pages upon pages and tried my best to follow their guidelines. They never worked for me. That could have been for a number of factors, but they contributed negatively in a major way. Where do I start? So this is my advice, and this is what I did for myself. It may or may not work for you. I'd like to point that out that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a fitness instructor, I'm just the average person on their weight loss journey, stroke health journey, and sharing with you the things I did to help myself along my health journey. So where do I start? Step 1. My advice is to start in your kitchen. Remove all of the following products: meat, dairy, white carbs, and white sugar. I would never suggest throwing them away, and I would say donating to your local food bank is better. Wouldn't you agree? Next, you should fill your kitchen with the following foods: lentils, whole grain rice, wholemeal pasta, seeds, pumpkin, sesame, sunflower, and flaxseed. Oats, plant-based milk. I like to use soya milk when I'm making like fried dumplings or like any kind of dumplings. And I love using oat milk for hot chocolate and when I'm making my porridge. So I use 2 types of plant-based milk. Agave nectar, which is a honey substitute, and it's plant-based. I think it comes from the blue agave plant. That's where it gets its name from. Brown sugar, that's suitable for vegans. Many of you may not know this, but there are some sugars out there that contain bone char. And yeah, I said it, bone char as in like char from actual bones. So always pick brown sugar that is suitable for vegans. Opt for plant-based cheese. So my favourite plant-based cheese at the moment has to be Vitalite. They do like these plant-based cheese slices, and they are beautiful. They melt so well as well, and I had them with the burgers I made a few weeks back, so you may have seen that on my blog post, an earlier blog post, but they are so delicious. I also use Violife as well for like grated cheese, and you know what? Because I'm not eating dairy cheese, I'm no longer addicted to cheese. So whilst eating dairy cheese ages ago, I know I slightly digress, but when I was eating dairy cheese, I used to eat so much of it all the time. And now that I've switched over to a plant-based lifestyle, I don't crave cheese as much as I used to. But when I do have it, plant-based cheese, I really do enjoy it. So yeah, definitely stock up on that. Go for plant-based yogurt. So again, I love using Alpro. There are probably many other brands out there, but I really like Alpro. They do like a plain plant-based yogurt that's made with soya, and they also do fruit ones, fruit-flavored ones, that's also made with soya, and they are delicious. And opt for plant-based butter. So my favourite plant-based butter has to be by Flora. I use Vitalite sometimes, but I'm not that keen on their butter as I am on their cheese. So yeah, I opt for Flora, either the original or Flora Light. They're really nice. Go for olive oil, sesame seed oil, and sunflower oil. Plant-based crisps. So you can get lentil crisp or like sun-dried tomato crisp. They're much healthier, cleaner options than having like the standard, I don't know, beef infused packet of crisp. And also, if you like chocolate, opt for vegan chocolate. So recently I made some chocolate cornflakes, and I used dark chocolate, and that's not too many people's appetite or taste or preference, but I really liked it, and it is nice to try new things. I think you see where I'm going with this. By removing temptation from your kitchen, you won't be snacking on junk food when you get cravings, and trust me, you will crave things that you're used to. So I spent many years eating cheese and toast, amongst other things like dairy, cheese and toast, and I was addicted to it. So when I switched over to a plant-based lifestyle, going dairy-free, I did at times crave cheese and toast, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need it. Get to my kitchen, open up the cupboards, open up the fridge, open the freezer, and there's no horrible temptations or animal-based products in my kitchen for me to snack on. So that was great, because then I, picked at something else, such as lentil crisp or chickpeas. And as you may have seen from following my blog, I have a lot of hummus, and that's a brilliant snack. So that would be step 1. Step 2 is pretty simple. Increase your steps. Now, you don't need to get a gadget to track the number of steps that you do. For instance, if you usually take the lifts when you go out, or the escalators when you go to like a shopping mall, or when you go to work or anywhere else, take the stairs. That's simply increasing your steps. So what I've started to do recently is, take the stairs more. And although sometimes I'm complaining and I'm like, why am I doing this? So many stairs. When I finally complete that stair run, or that pathway down the stairs, I feel so amazing after, and you feel the benefits quite quickly. So take extra steps, take the stairs, walk where possible. So if you're able to walk to work, I implore you to walk to work. If it's close by, even if it's like a 20 or 30 minute walk, go for it. The sun's coming out more, the weather's brightening up. Go for it. Just increase your steps, and eventually, if you want to, then opt for something like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch, something that will count your steps, and then you can monitor it more closely, and see where the days are that you do a lot of steps versus the other days where you don't do so many. Step 3 would be to increase your water intake. Sorry, my throat's a bit dry. Irony. Let me just have a drink of water, actually. So step 3 would be to increase your water intake. This is really quite key, meaning you must drink more water to avoid becoming dehydrated and prevent unnecessary eating. The same alert you get for hunger is actually the same alert that you get for thirst. So I like to add a few drops of lemon juice to the glasses of water I drink. Lemon adds a natural flavour and helps to keep your skin clear. And it's just nice and refreshing to have like a glass of lemon water in the morning or throughout the day. I like it. Obviously, you can try with lime or another fruit that you put in to infuse your water, but I do recommend you drink more water, and you should start to begin to, get that automatic feeling like, am I hungry? Am I thirsty? Let me go and see if I'm thirsty. Let me just have a glass of water. Step 4, don't tell anyone. For me, whenever I told people I'm on a diet or I've joined the gym, they showered me with so much praise. They're like, oh my gosh, Unique, that's amazing. Brilliant, I'm so happy for you. Unique, this is awesome. And then because I got the end result of what their reaction would be, I just sort of, just went off it. I was like zoned out, and I didn't bother continue on with the workouts that I was doing, because I told everyone they would give me great praise. So I was like, yay. I know that wouldn't happen for everyone, but for me personally, I just stopped telling people, obviously until I came online, but not many of my friends know that I actually have a blog about my health journey. I just don't talk about it. And for most things that I do now in life, not just with my fitness or health, I keep quiet about it, because I don't want to get back into that mind frame where I'm getting all the praise and it's like, oh, that's it, I'm done. Maybe that's just my way of thinking, but for me, telling people made it a lot harder, and it made me become quite lazy. Our society is saturated with everyone wanting to reach the heights of social media fame. I've seen some bloggers or people who class themselves as influencers go to the extreme to create content for the masses. So I've, watched about some people who were vegan and then just switched to going all meat based for like a month, and people doing some crazy things. And I just think, keep it to yourself, and you don't need to share everything in life. But yeah, you don't need to go to the extreme either. I mean, the only attention you need is your own. So if you do mess up, as I did many times, only you know about it, and it's fine to have setbacks because we learn from them and we grow. Step 5 is one of my favourite steps, and it's read widely. At the start of my journey, I collected endless diets out of magazines that contained a plethora of skinny women, nothing remotely similar to my body. Today, I read from many sources, other blogs here on WordPress, and surely books from the bookstore, the library, so on and so forth, and good journals and articles I read from as well. However, the best element to read is yourself. My body, for instance, I ignored it for many years. I was doing these crazy diets and my body hated it, but I ignored that. I thought, this is what I'm going to do because I'm going to be skinny and that's what I want. And it didn't work for me. My body absolutely hates meal replacement shakes or fad diets, but I know my body loves spinach and water, and I feed it as I need to. Listen to your body as it speaks to you all day and every day. You'll start to lose weight healthily and gradually, and learn to love yourself. Thank you for listening. This is Unique Fatso on YouTube. Take care. Bye.